So after going through the explicit cursor, we have to see two special types of explicit cursor, that is cursor for loop and parameterized cursor. So the similar requirement which we have seen using the plain explicit cursor, how we can minimize our efforts by using cursor for loops. The similar requirement was we have to check the attendance of the students from student 11 table, and if you found the students having attendance less than 75, then immediately we have to change the status as D and insert those uh, students entry into detained student table, that is their roll number and attendance. So for the similar requirement, I have written the cursor for loop. So I have declared the cursor first. It is similar as we have declared into our explicit cursor. Uh, Here the cursor attendance is select roll attendance status from stud 11 where attendance is less than 75%. Nothing other than that I have declared because I want to tell you the other type of declaration of variables. So begin. Here I am writing the for loop. So for loop is like that, for demo in cursor attendance. We have seen the earlier also in control structures, the for loop is used and whatever variable is there in for loop which is automatically created need not to explicitly declare it. So here I am, in case of cursor for loop, this variable which is taken, if you are using that into cursor, the row type of variable is automatically declared and created. So what is this row type? So this variable which we are using into cursor for loop, that is demo, can be used and it holds the entire row at a time. For example, we are having three attributes or three columns into this table, that is role, attendance and status. So demo is a single variable which can hold roll number also, attendance also and status also. So three at a time it can hold. So if you can refer demo.roll, then we can go for it will fetch the roll number from that table, then roll number demo.attendance, demo.status. As we are using this into for loop, so we have not declared it because whatever we are using into this for loop, that is need not to be explicitly declared, so that we already have seen. But if you are using this row type of declaration in your normal PLSQL block, then you need to declare it first. So how, that we'll see in other example. But here it is a row type of variable, that is demo. And this cursor attendance, so this is the declaration of cursor for loop for the variable, that is row type of variable in, because we are taking the value and name of the cursor. And in loop, now we have to do this. Now in this cursor attendance, we know that the whatever entries are there into cursor attendance, all entries are having attendance less than 75 because we have declared like that only. So for all this, we are writing this loop here. So for all the entries, we have to update the status equals to D, right? Where role equals to demo.role. Demo.role means what? The first entry from the cursor, demo.role, right? And then you go for inserting this, the demo.role and demo.attendance into the table, and we'll be ending this loop. So we can end the loop. Now here, what all things we have skipped, this will be a block which will work as our earlier block only. But in earlier block, we declare the cursor. Here also we are declaring. In that block, we have opened the cursor, right? But here did not to open the cursor, right? Then we have closed the cursor. That also it is not required. And we have given exit condition for loop, that also here not required because till the point we are having values into cursor attendance. So first entry, second entry, as we have seen, if 70 entries are there into the table, into the cursor, then it will be executed this loop for 70 times. So That exit condition also need not to give here because we are having the for loop. So like this also we can have the creation of for loop. Only this demo type of variable, that is row type, that we'll see into the next video, that how we can create that demo type of variable or that row type of variable, that we'll see into the next video. Before going through this, you can see that next video how we can declare it. Okay, so we'll try to execute this block. It will be executed as, so it is saying PLSQL procedure successfully completed. If you can see, select star from stud 11. So here we'll be getting 74 and 72. And if you can see, select star from d underscore stud. So 4 values, because already for the execution of our earlier block we got these 2 values. Again it has added 2 values because this block we have executed. Okay, so if you want to delete, we will execute once again by deleting the values. Delete from d underscore stud. So 4 rows are deleted, if you can see. Now select star from d underscore stud. You will see nothing is there. Again we'll try to execute this block. See here whether it is saying successfully completed. Now we'll see whether the entries are made into d underscore stud table. Yes, see here now only 2, because it was made empty, all values were deleted. Now because of this execution of block we got this 2 more values into that. So this is how we can minimize our efforts which we have put during the plain explicit cursor, but using cursor for loop we can minimize our efforts. Okay, and the second special type is a parameterized cursor. So as our normal functions and procedures, here also we can pass the parameters to the cursor, that is called as parameterized cursor. So what is the requirement? First of all, we'll try to read. Write a PLSQL block code that will merge the data available in the newly created table new class with data available in the table old class. If the data in the first table exists in second table, then data should be skipped. So what is the meaning of that? I will put focus on this. We are having these two tables, new class table, old class table. Both table contains roll number and name, roll number and name. Okay, what we want to do, we want to merge the values of this old class table into new class. So we have to copy these values of old class into new class. But there is one condition, that if the roll number which is there into old class or the values which are there into the new class, and if you are trying to copy the same value into new class, then it should skip that value. For example, roll number 1 is available into new class and you are trying to add roll number 1 from old class, then that should not be a duplication. So see here how we can go for that execution. So see the example. So here we are declaring two different cursor. One is normal plain explicit cursor, that is cursor class is select star from old class. The another cursor is cursor check, that is str name varchar, that is a parameter which is passed to this cursor check. This is a parameterized cursor. And what we want into this cursor, we want the roll number from new class where name equals to str name. So whatever parameter we are passing to this, its roll number we want to copy into the cursor. And the another, that normal explicit cursor is storing all the values of old class. So we have to copy values of old class into new class. So here you see here str roll is one variable and str name is another variable. The same type of declaration we have seen earlier. We want the data type of this str role same as the roll number column of new class table, and str name we want the data type as same as name column of new class table, and one variable of number data type, that is v, is declared. We are starting beginning. Here we are opening the cursor. Here actually cursor is created, memory space is created, that is cursor class. In cursor class we are having all the values of old class. We are going into loop fetching cursor class, because this old class is having two parameters, two columns, that is roll number and name. So one by one roll number and name will be copied, fetched into this two variables, str role and str name. We have to exit when cursor underscore class percent not found. So till that time we have to go for fetching it. Then we are opening the another cursor into this cursor, that is open cursor underscore check str name. We are fetching that second cursor into v. If it is returning something, then we have to now, when it will return percent found as true, if this is fetching something. So when it will fetch something, if that str name is available into the table, and str name is the name from the old class table, so it will get fetched. If cursor check percent found, then we have to go for str name is already exist, otherwise we have to say that not exist, inserting into new class table, and these new values will be stored. So when to skip and when to insert into the new class table, that will be decided using this cursor check that cursor. So we'll be closing this cursor, ending the loop, close the cursor class and end it. So if you want to see how it executes, first of all we'll see the values, select star from old class, we'll try to see. So we are having four values, and in new class one value which is matching, that is Sagar. So it should not store. We are checking only the similar name. Similar name is available, then it should skip that entry. Okay. So we'll see how it executes. Okay, some error has come. Okay, something extra was copied. Now that is removed. I will just enter. So it is saying first name it has taken, that was Rahul. It was not present into the new class table, so it not exist, inserting. Second was Arav, it was also not available, so it is inserting. Ritvi, it was also not exist, then inserting. But the fourth name, that Sagar, was exist, so that is skipped. So if you want to see into the table, select star from new class, all values are inserted, and this Sagar is not repeated because that is skipped to insert. So how it happened, we'll just take it. First of all, cursor class is select. So all the values of old class are copied into the first cursor. So all these four values are copied into the first cursor, that is cursor class. Second cursor which is declared, that is cursor check str name, and select role from new class where name equals to str name. So we'll see here first cursor is open. So all the values of old class are copied here. Then we gone into the loop. Then first value from cursor class is fetched. So the first value is 1 and Rahul. Okay. We have to be in a loop. Then we are opening the cursor check and passing the parameter str name. So str name in first loop is Rahul. So it is checking open cursor check Rahul, and we'll try to fetch cursor check into V. So cursor check, what is there into cursor check? For this Rahul, what is the roll number that will be fetched into cursor. So whether it is fetched, because Rahul name is not available into the new class, so it will not return true. That percent found will not return true. So it will go here. It will say that the Rahul is not exist, inserting into new class table. When like this, second Arav will be checked, Ritvi will be checked, both all three will go into the else part. But when this fourth part will come, the name with Sagar, it will come, then it will go into percent found. In this case, will return true and it will say that it is exist and it will skip that inserting. Otherwise, all three will be inserted. So like this, it is done into the parameterized cursor. So I hope the cursor concept is clear. We have seen implicit and explicit cursor. In explicit cursor, we have seen the cursor for loop and parameterized cursor.